Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, nurse strap.
Hey guys, how are we all doing today? Man Like Fresh here with another WWE prediction video for the latest pay-per-view, WWE Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell takes place this Sunday on pay-per-view. There's only one downside about this pay-per-view is that the pay-per-view itself has been overshadowed by the launch of SmackDown Live and the season premiere of Raw. So as we speak right now, there's only about 3 matches that I believe that have been advertised for this pay-per-view. So we have Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns taking on the Bludgeon Brothers and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. We have this Raw Women's Championship on the line. Sasha Banks will be looking to defeat the reigning defending champion in Becky Lynch, and then we also have The Fiend versus Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. So speaking of SmackDown, let's talk about the matches that are taking place on SmackDown, because as we all know, SmackDown is about to start on Fox this Friday, and since it's no longer on Tuesday and it's now on Friday, hence why I have a prediction video for SmackDown for this Friday. So without further ado, before we talk about Hell in a Cell, let's talk about the current events that are about to take place this Friday on SmackDown's season premiere on Fox. So as this is the season premiere of SmackDown, WWE is doing it big, so they're literally doing pay-per-view quality matches. So with the first match possibly kicking off with Shane McMahon taking on Kevin Owens in a ladder match where the loser leaves WWE. I do believe with all the shenanigans that Shane McMahon has done to Kevin Owens, there has to be a big payoff with Kevin in this match. So I do believe they're going to give Shane McMahon a few months off TV till probably WrestleMania, and Kevin Owens is due to win this match. And we now have the rematch between Eric Rowan and Roman Reigns. As you are aware, at the last pay-per-view, Eric Rowan defeated Roman Reigns due to Luke Harper, his bludgeon brother, coming to interfere in the match. I do believe this match is going to be very, very heavy and very, very physical like it was at the pay-per-view, but I do not feel, as it's SmackDown, this match is going to be won cleanly. Roman Reigns will win by interference by Luke Harper, and probably Daniel Bryan or possibly even another person might come out to save Roman Reigns during this match. So Roman Reigns to win. And now we have Kofi Kingston defending his championship against the returning Brock Lesnar. Now 2 weeks ago, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came to SmackDown to come and challenge Kofi Kingston for a shot at the WWE Championship for the season premiere of Fox. Kofi Kingston, Kofi Kingston actually did not refuse. He's a fighting champion. He decided to step up and challenge Brock Lesnar, but Lesnar F5'd him for his troubles. I do believe in this match Lesnar will dominate Kofi Kingston. However, if you remember what happened on on Raw, this past Raw, on the season premiere of the new Raw, Rey Mysterio was supposed to take on the Universal Champion that night. But due to Brock Lesnar coming out and F5'ing him and F5'ing Dominic multiple times and beating the hell out of both him and his son, I do believe Rey Mysterio will interfere in this WWE Championship match. And I do believe that Kofi Kingston will retain his championship, but Brock Lesnar will win by disqualification. So Brock Lesnar to win by DQ. And as this is the season premiere of SmackDown on Fox, we have multiple legends that are going to return. We've got the likes of the legendary John Cena, the legendary Ric Flair, who we saw on Raw. We're probably going to see Hulk Hogan, who we also saw on Raw. I believe Trish Stratus is due to return, but obviously there is no bigger name currently on the SmackDown brand as the show is named after him than The Rock, who is scheduled to return. And I did say at the last couple of pay-per-views, or even the last pay-per-view, that I said that The Rock would possibly return for the launch of the new SmackDown show on Fox. I don't know if this is going to be a one-off show, but I do hope and pray that my theory for The Rock turning heel on his cousin happens, and I do believe that The Rock now coming back and showing his face will probably lead to a build-up in rediscovering that The Rock was the one that was behind Eric Rowan trying to take out Roman Reigns. It probably won't happen straight away. Possibly when Roman Reigns and Eric Rowan take on each other later on or earlier in the show, The Rock is due to come out and interfere and save Roman and Daniel Bryan from a beatdown from Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, as I do believe Eric Rowan will get involved, Daniel Bryan will get involved, Roman Reigns and Bryan will probably get beaten up, and then The Rock will come out for the save. So looking forward to seeing The Rock. Now I've covered most of SmackDown Live, let's take away our attention from SmackDown and move on to the main part of the video, which is for the advertised matches for Hell in a Cell and my predictions of what other matches could take place as well. So the main matches that are scheduled for Hell in a Cell is this first one. So as you're aware, Eric Rowan defeated Roman Reigns last pay-per-view at Clash of Champions due to the fact the interference of the returning Luke Harper. So now the Bludgeon Brothers are back together. Also the SmackDown before Clash of Champions, Eric Rowan gave Daniel Bryan the Iron Claw, which led to Daniel Bryan taking a serious beating through the table, and he come back a couple of weeks ago to challenge Eric Rowan. Luke Harper came out and interfered in Daniel Bryan's match, and Roman Reigns came out for the save. Despite the fact there's no love lost between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, I do believe momentarily Daniel Bryan's a face, and Daniel Bryan is going to beat the living hell out of Roman and Harper in this match. But I do believe it's all a front. Perhaps Roman Reigns is going to get the beatdown of his life from all three men. I do believe Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan will win the match because they're due to get a big payoff, but I do believe maybe Daniel Bryan might turn on Roman Reigns during this match, and when all three of them are beating down Roman Reigns at the end of the match, I possibly believe that maybe The Rock might come out and save Roman Reigns from all three of them. And once the Rock has cleared the ring, there's a high chance, a high possibility that hopefully, and I pray this happens, that Roman Reigns gets a rock bottom from his cousin, and basically that sets him up for a few possible Survivor Series or a huge lengthy build-up which will have them to fight at WrestleMania. So Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns to win the match, but Daniel Bryan turns heel again by joining forces with the Bludgeon Brothers, and The Rock comes out for the save. But also The Rock also betrays the Roman in that match, and hopefully that will lead to a feud of them in the future. So overall, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns to win the match. And we have the rematch from Clash of Champions, where Sasha Banks gets another crack at the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch. At Clash of Champions, Becky Lynch got disqualified for putting Sasha Banks under disarmer and not letting go. I do believe in this match, as it's taking place at Hell in a Cell, Sasha Banks is due to get a big payoff, as this has been one great feud, but there's only so many losses and so many victories Becky Lynch can take, and I think Sasha Banks' stock is higher at the moment than Becky Lynch, so WWE is going to give Sasha Banks the victory, and we probably will get a continued rivalry in the future, but Sasha Banks to win the Raw Women's Championship. And we finally get to the match I'm looking forward to the most. Seth Rollins will be defending his Universal Championship against The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I'm so looking forward to this match. Bray Wyatt's character development with this Fiend character has been absolutely amazing. And now they've put the Fiend in this World Heavyweight Championship match, or the Universal Championship match, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to have the Fiend not win the match, because it's just going to damage the character even more. So unfortunately, WWE, you have to make Bray Wyatt win the WWE Universal Championship. So if that does not happen, I know that means they've soured on the Fiend, and the Fiend character ain't going nowhere. So Bray Wyatt to win the championship. So those are the matches that are scheduled. What about matches that could happen? So these are the matches that I predict that could take place at Hell in a Cell. The first match I predict will take place at the pay-per-view, or possibly the kickoff show, will be Lio Rush challenging Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight Championship. Lio Rush returned at NXT a few weeks ago and defeated Orson to become the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. I do believe, however, Drew Gulak is going to retain, because Drew Gulak's been built up very strong. So Drew Gulak to win. Another match that I believe will happen on the kickoff show will be Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Could be defending their championships against possibly the Iconics. There is no scheduled #1 contender at the moment, but I feel like as the Iconics have not actually had a rematch for their championships, it will be them taking on Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. But I do believe Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss will retain their tag team championships. I also believe after the 4 horsewomen have fought on SmackDown, so that is Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair on SmackDown, I do believe this match will be announced. Bayley defeated Charlotte Flair at the last pay-per-view to retain her Women's Championship, and even though it wasn't a very good match, I do believe possibly these two will have a better match at Hell in a Cell. I did say that probably WWE was pushing for Sasha Banks and Bayley to be co-champions, but now that SmackDown has now happened and the draft is coming, I think that relationship will come to an end. So I do believe Charlotte Flair will win the championship. Right, I'm just going to make a big bold prediction here, and feel that for some reason at Hell in a Cell, Shinsuke Nakamura is going to defend his Intercontinental Championship in a Fatal 4-way match where King Corbin, Chad Gable and Mustafa Ali are going to challenge him for his belts. Now, what I possibly believe could happen is this. Now, Nakamura and Ali have been feuding, and Chad Gable and Corbin have been feuding. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Chad Gable destroyed King Corbin's throne and whatnot due to the fact that he lost the King of the Ring to Corbin. Ali took on Shinsuke Nakamura for the championship a couple of weeks ago, and I think he lost because of interference from Nakamura's manager, whoever it is, Sami Zayn. So I feel like this SmackDown on Friday, tomorrow, Ali and Cable are going to join forces to take on Nakamura and Corbin. I do believe this match is not going to end well on SmackDown, and last minute they put these 4 together in a match to see who could win the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I feel out of all 4 of these guys, Chad Gable's the one that WWE has been pushing quite well. Now, they've been pushing Corbin as well, and I hate to say it, but I actually am starting to enjoy Baron Corbin now. And I feel like the WWE now are also starting to take notice of Baron Corbin. Finally, the fans are on Baron Corbin's side. As for Shinsuke Nakamura, I like Shinsuke, but I don't think the direction WWE's pushed him has been really good. So I think Chad Gable is going to be the wild card in this factor. Chad Gable is going to win the Intercontinental Championship this Sunday. Now, I'm not saying that this is a must, but I think Chad Gable will win and possibly feud with Baron Corbin over the championship. So, Chad Gable to win the title this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. And I feel this match could be a possibility. On Raw this past Monday, Rusev was the replacement for Rey Mysterio in the Universal Championship match, and towards the end of the match, Bobby Lashley made his surprising return, but he didn't come alone. He came with Rusev's wife Lana, and he kissed her on stage. In fact, practically was engrossing her with kisses and caressing her body in front of Rusev. Now, I don't know where this storyline is going, but I'm quite intrigued and interested in where it's going. This match might not happen, but if it does happen, I believe Bobby Lashley will probably get the first victory in this probably long feud. Maybe Lana will come out, interfere with Rusev, probably give him a low blow or slap or something. Bobby Lashley will spear him, and we'll get the 1, 2, 3. So I believe that's where this match will start, and it's probably going to be a lengthy rivalry. So Rusev to lose, Bobby Lashley to win. Also, I wonder if Maria Kanellis will make her appearance in this match, as after all, the week before, if you remember, Rusev returned to the ring, and it was stated that Rusev was the baby father of Maria's baby. So possibly that could play out in this match as well. And I feel after SmackDown is all said and done, we're going to have a triple threat match with Kofi Kingston, Brock Lesnar and Rey Mysterio. Now, how I feel this is going to happen is on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio is going to interfere in the championship match between Brock Lesnar and Kofi Kingston. And I believe that is the reason why Kofi Kingston is going to walk out as WWE champion. Now, I feel due to the fact that Brock Lesnar cost Rey Mysterio his championship match against Seth Rollins on Raw this past Monday, I feel they're going to entwine all three men into the Hell in a Cell. Possibly this match could be a Hell in a Cell match, but it's very unlikely. They're going to have 3 Hell in a Cell matches, but I do feel in this match, with everything all said and done, Brock Lesnar is going to become the new WWE champion. I don't know how long that will last for, but I do believe at this pay-per-view, Rey Mysterio probably will take the F5, and that means they don't damage Kofi Kingston, so Kofi can challenge at the next pay-per-view. I do feel, however, maybe when the WWE draft happens slightly later on, maybe next month, I'm not sure exactly when it's scheduled to happen, I do feel Rey Mysterio will be drafted to SmackDown, and I feel Brock Lesnar will also be drafted to SmackDown, which means these two will pick up where they left off. Whether it's for the WWE Championship or not, I do believe Brock Lesnar and Rey Mysterio are going to continue this heated rivalry, and I think Kofi Kingston will fizzle out of the scene, maybe as champion or maybe as just a person who was the champion, but I do believe Rey Mysterio and Brock are far from done. And ladies and gentlemen, we've now reached the end of my prediction video. The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I do believe, will be good, but unfortunately WWE haven't really thought this out. They kind of made the pay-per-view take place around the time when they were focusing on the biggest night of SmackDown. So hopefully once SmackDown has aired tomorrow and all said and done, we will get a proper structure and an actual card that we can actually see, because no way can just be down to 3 matches. So I don't know if my predictions will actually happen, but it would be nice to see a couple of them come to pass. The 24/7 championship right now is on Carmella at this present moment, which is Thursday the 3rd of the 10th 2019. I thought maybe Carmella might be added to the SmackDown Championship, as it was stated that Charlotte and Carmella were best friends. So I can't see that happening with her holding the 24/7 championship, because it just kind of take away from the actual main rivalry of Charlotte versus Bayley. But the pay-per-view itself hopefully should be good. I'm looking forward to the two Hell in a Cell matches, as I stated. I can't wait for Seth Rollins and The Fiend to take place. So Hell in a Cell hopefully will be a good pay-per-view, and hopefully the overshadowing won't affect the quality of the matches that take place. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video on YouTube, if you'd like to click the notification bell, like and subscribe my video so you can be updated on any videos I upload later. And if you're watching on Dailymotion, if you'd like to like the video, follow it and share it with your friends and family so they can be notified as well of when I upload a video to that website. So as for me, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at Crown Jewel in a couple of weeks. Bye bye.
Bad girl, I'm a nice guy. Liquor in my cup, I gotta really toughen up. Yeah, nurse strap.